Are y'all ready for a serious conversation?
I can't go where the paper don't flow. I can't hang if you ain't about the dough. Let's get rich.
I figured it out now. This video might be a little lengthy. As I'm recording it, I don't know how long it's going to be. But it's going to be long because I want to take my time with it. And, excuse me, I really didn't know how to do this video. I've been sitting here meditating and contemplating and thinking for a couple of hours on how to tackle this subject and how to not sound like an ass. So bear with me if it seems as though I'm talking a little bit too slow or I got some breaks in between my sentences. So, just bear with me. So I wanted to talk about black hair and just black hair, period. And I wanted to talk about how. Okay, so let me start with this. I was watching a YouTube video about this white girl named Bad Baby. I think that's her name. Don't even get me the line. But you know her when you see her. She was on Dr. Phil. So let me show y'all this.
So the audience are a bunch of hoes.
Yeah. Catch me outside. How about that?
Catch you outside? What does that mean?
What I just said.
Catch her outside and she'll go outside and do what she has to do. That's what she's talking about.
Oh yeah,
This is all, but don't you see that this is all mouth? This is mouth.
Oh,
So you want to take this outside? Because I think they give cameras outside.
Really? Because I think I flipped you.
You want to do it again?
Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? So she recently she got braids, and people are like, white people need to stop wearing braids and all this other stuff. And then she responded saying, if I got to stop wearing braids, you need to stop relaxing your hair and, and wearing all these different crazy colors of hair, like blonde and platinum blonde and all that stuff. And, and so it brings up the conversation, several conversations. Why black people don't like white people, in particular white women. Because I really don't think people make fun of or look at white men when they have locks. I really don't see too many videos about that. It's mostly about women wearing braids. So how come white people can't wear particular hairstyles? More importantly, black hairstyles. And a conversation needs to be had about black people and their relationship with their hair. And is there another one? I'm pretty sure I'll think about it. I realize it if I keep going. But those two conversations, those two topics I really wanted to talk about here today with you, so bear with me. So, me personally, I do not care. Oh, here's the third conversation. How society treats black people when they wear their hair in a natural state or when they wear it in a protective state. That's a third conversation. See, I told you I was going to think about it if I keep running my mouth. But anyway, so me personally, I do not care what someone does with their hair. If they want to shave it, perm it, braid it, lock it, or just do nothing, let it mat and fall all out. Like, I do not care. I do not care what people do with their hair. Only because I have a good relationship with me and my hair. Okay, for those who you ain't noticed, I wear my hair all kind. No, I don't even wear my hair all kinds of ways, but I've done different hairstyles. I've had the low cut, I had the mohawk, I've had the braids, I've had. Let me just show y'all some pictures of what I've done to my hair. I wear my hair any way I want to, and mind you, I've never had the only I've always had negativity when it came to my hair. It wasn't until my hair kind of got like this, at this length or whatever, is when I started getting, see, when it got to this length, that's when I started getting like good affirmations and good vibes about my hair. Because when I first started growing my hair, people were like, "Oh, why are you growing your hair?" White people would be like, "When you gonna cut your hair?" And then um, black people just be like, "Oh, look at your hair, it's so little," or because of my twist or whatever. When my hair was like that long, they used to talk about my twist and stuff. And so it wasn't until my hair got a decent length that's when people are like, "Oh, your hair is long. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, it's so it looks so good." And I'll just be like, some people are just phony, or the community as a whole is phony. And we're gonna dabble into that a little later on in the video. So, like I said, with my personal belief, I don't care about white people wanting to wear braids. If they want to do it and rip their edges out or whatever, I don't care. Because it's their hair. They do what they want to do. To each his own, but it's been that way too long. And so, like I said, I have a good relationship with my hair. So I don't care what other people do with their hair. Just, same as, religion. I have my own and I'm good where I'm at. And I don't care what other people do. As long as you're not bringing harm to other people, do whatever you want to do. So as long as her hair ain't attacking people and turn them into stone like Medusa's, do whatever you want to do. I just do not care. But for some reason, black people are not liking white people wearing their hairstyles, which I totally can see. And I totally get it. I understand it. I comprehend it. Just all at the same time, I just don't care. I don't care. And so, the first conversation, why is it that black people don't like white people wearing particular hairstyles, and more importantly, black hairstyles? Only because during slavery, which everything in this country goes back to slavery. Just like how all roads lead back to Rome, all roads lead back to slavery. So back when Europeans were snatching up Africans, just like how they do now, with adopted kids and stuff. But anyway, back in the day, when Europeans were going to Africa and bring them into America, bring them into the new Americas or the United States in particular, for slavery, one of the things, they weren't allowed to converse in their native tongue. They weren't allowed to dance like they did back in their homeland, and they weren't able to wear their hair like they used to back in the day. And so those three things were part of stripping them from their culture and breaking them down to where they would be more suitable for slavery. So what they did was they cut off all their hair, men and women. Men and women had long hair back then. But for some odd reason, when it got to like the 90s and the 2000s, or maybe even the 80s, it was like, oh, he has hair like a girl. He looks like a girl with long hair. And so men started adapting to like shorter haircuts or whatever. But that's beyond the point. So they would cut all their hair off. And, everybody walk around with BDBs and ball fades and, and all this other stuff. And then it wasn't until later in life, black people started since they realized they couldn't have their African hair, they started relaxing their hair and straightening their hair with the hot comb and with particular products and all the other foolishness. And then once they got used to wearing the relaxed hair and the straightened hair, then here comes the 60s and the 70s with the. No, I take it back. It was earlier than that. It was the 1920s with Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey was one of the first black people that I have seen in history. There probably was a few others, but I ain't seen them. I'm just talking about what I have seen. Marcus Garvey, if you don't know who he is, please look him up, black people. Don't act brand new. So Marcus Garvey was one of those first people that I have seen in history of black people when it came to this country, that he was like, get rid of the knots in your brain and your hearts and not in your hair. He celebrated and wanted black people to wear their hair in its natural state, or even braided or twisted like how mine is. And then years go by. Then like I said, here comes the 60s and the 70s where black people were wearing afros and stuff. But it took black people a very long time. Here we are, 30 years later, and then all of a sudden people want to wear afros and stuff again, but in a particular way, and we'll get into that later. But back to what I was saying, it took black people a very long time to respect their relationship with their hair and with themselves. And it took them a very long time. It took society a very long time to accept them, even though in today, they, every now and then you get these stories about kids being suspended because they're wearing their hair in a natural state. So take a look at this.
What we do is we put oil. We try and make it soft because it's so hard and a bit soft. So I basically hold it like this. I ask her to hold it. Then I get the wool. And I tie it. So this is the best and the easiest and the quickest that we can do for her hair.
13-year-old Zoe Chibuye was late for school last week Friday and had to report to the school's reception.
I was standing in the queue to sign my record of lateness by the teacher. And when I got there, she said, immediately, I have attention. And I asked her why, and she said, your hair is distracting and it's attention grabbing.
The teen's mother says she didn't believe her daughter at first.
I actually didn't take her seriously. I didn't even call the school. I thought, I'm sure she's maybe lying because it can't be. So I asked her, is it a white teacher or a black teacher? She says it's a white teacher. I just thought, I think the teachers must first study black people's hair because not everybody has relaxed hair. It's not easy hair. And sometimes we don't want to relax our children's hair. We just want it to be natural. And normally she braids her hair, but this past week she didn't want to braid her hair. She just wanted it washed and tied up, and she wants it free, at least for a week, and then she gets a detention.
But according to the school's own code of conduct, Zoe has not done anything wrong.
People's hair must look neat and be kept away from the face. The style of the hair must not draw attention to itself. No extreme hairstyles are allowed. So this is what the school is saying is happening to my hair, that I'm drawing attention to it.
Gauteng education officials will now investigate.
We'll send our team to go and check those things and verify and assist that learner. If you detain a learner, it must detain a learner after we have appropriately notified all relevant people.
And so when you see stuff like that, so this is why, let me go back to my question, because I can feel myself tangenting off, if that's even how you say that word. But anyway, black people don't want white people to wear our hairstyles. We as black people, I ain't gonna include myself with that. Like I said, I don't care. But black people as a whole really ain't too fond of white people wearing our hairstyles, only because it was the same white people, were their ancestors, that stripped us from our hair and our culture. And now that we're proud of it, all of a sudden you want to take it, smack it, flip it, and rub it down and try to make it your own. And it's like, no. And then also the fact that society is more welcoming of white people wearing black hairstyles, but aren't welcoming to black people wearing their own hairstyles. It's ugly on us and cute on them. And let me show y'all what I'm talking about, because I ain't the only one who think like this.
Look at your black skin, beautiful black skin, on you. Oh, black thing. On the white lady, your tan is gorgeous. Your cornrows on you, you little pickaninny. On Bo Derek, a 10.
See, it's our culture. Everything about our culture, it will be ugly for us and cute and and nice for white people. Like rapping. The fact that white people are winning BET and NAACP awards and Soul Train awards and stuff, and I'm just like, huh? No. It took black people years for pop culture to accept our culture, our hip hop and R&B culture. Now all of a sudden these white people want to come along and just be doing the game for 1 year or not even a year. Started that year and all of a sudden they getting these awards, like Post Malone got the best rap album at the American Music Awards. And I was like, what the hell? So I was like, really? All these rappers out here and this bastard gets that, and he is white. And so I completely understand why black people don't want white people to wear black hairstyles. It's the same with hip hop music. White people really weren't into it until, here comes Vanilla Ice and Eminem and, and all those people. And then they really didn't like, and then next thing you know, we got breakdancing. Now white people breakdancing. It's like, oh my God, can we have anything for ourselves? Black women always had big booties back in Africa. And they used to put those women in the zoo so people can look at them and make fun of them. Now all of a sudden, women going out there getting their butts injected. And then it's funny because now black women are doing it too. So it's like, okay, we as a people are confused. But anyway, and then the big lips. Black people have always had fuller lips. And then white people used to make fun of it, doing blackface. And let me show y'all this. Now, all of a sudden, you got people like Angelina Jolie, which I don't think her lips are natural, but hey, there's exceptions to the rules. And then you got people like Kim Kardashian, a little sister, and you got a whole bunch of white folks just going down, doing lunchtime surgeries, which is, some you go get done in 30 minutes to an hour, go get their lips pumped up, and then all of a sudden it's exotic, it's cute, it's beautiful on light-skinned white women or pale white women. But when it's been on black people for many, many years, many decades, for thousands of years, it's been on black people, and it's been deemed ugly and savage and not attractive and distractive. All of a sudden, white people get to do it, and now it's fine. And so now I see why. Well, I knew back then, but even now, I see why black people don't like white people wearing their hairstyles. And to me, it just looks weird. I find it weird when I see a white girl wearing braids. I find it weird, but I'm just like, it's her hair. She can do whatever she want to do. But I find it weird when I see white boys with locks. I'm just like, that looks so dirty and it looks so nasty. Why are you doing that? And I remember it was a boy like that on American Idol or something, but correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I can see why. So let's go on to the second part of this conversation, because I didn't want this video to be way too long, but We got some stuff to talk about, child. Let's move on to the second part of this conversation. I think I said that earlier. Anyway, so so the second part of this conversation is the relationship with Black people and their hair. And I do believe it is what you call it, tumultuous, weird, fascinating. Yeah, I would say I would use those words to describe Black people's relationship with their hair. So now, I think it started maybe a couple of years ago or a few years ago. Black people were like, "Oh, let's wear our hair naturally." Well, particularly Black women. Black women was like, "We gonna stop using that white crack," or what was it? Yeah, that cream crack, white crack. We gonna stop using that cream crack on our hair, even though quite a few women still buy relaxers and stuff, which is very sad, but we'll get there slowly but surely as the people, collectively. But a few years ago, Black women were like, we're gonna stop, we're gonna, wear our hair naturally and all this other stuff, and Black Lives Matter, that BS. And then I meant the movement, not necessarily the statement, because Black lives do matter, but I feel as though you shouldn't have to tell people your life matters. But that's a whole other conversation for a whole other time, and I think I talked about that in a whole other video. But anyway, but the whole Black Lives Matter movement and all the other foolishness, about how women are going to stop relaxing their hair and start wearing it naturally and all this other stuff. But I feel as though, just from what I've seen, Black people still don't have a good relationship with their hair. This is just my observation with me having hair and then seeing other people who also have hair, and especially people on YouTube that have hair. So let me talk about this. I remember watching the video, and do I want to go there? I guess I'll go there. I was watching this one video about this one girl. She was doing her hair or whatever, and I saw someone comment, and obviously they was Black, just by the comment. They said, yeah, I want to go natural, but it is very expensive to go natural. Oh, I know who I was talking about. I don't know who I was watching. I was watching V Mademoiselle. She has a YouTube channel on here, and she was saying how people say being natural is expensive, and I'm here to let you people know. They say it's expensive to go natural, so that's why they don't go natural. And I was just like, since when? Since when? Somebody lying. If going natural is expensive, then damn it, I must be David Rockefeller. I must be a Rothschild, because I've been natural for 3 years and it ain't caused not one big dent in my budget. Well, hell, technically I've been natural all my life, but because I've never relaxed my hair, but I used to cut it. My dad used to get my hair cut. When I was a baby, I had hair, but excuse me. But I used to always cut my hair, and then I stopped cutting my hair, which saved me a whole bunch of money, because I used to get my hair cut every week. My dad used to get our hair cut every week, my brother and I'm pretty sure he was paying probably like $10, $15, $20 every week for us to get our hair cut. Now I spend $15 a month to get my hair done, and that's it. And I do my own hair, so the only thing I'm buying is products, which I don't even think I spend $15. So, because the only thing I use on my hair, aloe, which is now, because I finally found a regimen, to do my hair. So this is the only thing that I do to my hair. I buy a half a dozen of eggs, which is like 60 cents. And half the time I don't even buy it. I go to my mama's house to go grab an egg. Because I only need one. And so it really don't even cost me nothing. So let's not even put that on the list. So I go to my mama's house and grab an egg. And then I use coconut oil. I use organic coconut oil from the bacon aisle, which is like $6 or $7, but it lasts you forever and a day. Because I don't put coconut oil on my hair when it's like this. I only use it for washing purposes. Or when it's in a fro, which you'll rarely see it in a fro. And then I buy aloe vera, which is like $1.50 at Kroger's. The plant. I don't buy no gel or nothing. I buy the actual plant, and then I cut it. I cut it open, get all the gel out, put it in the blender with some other stuff. I'm going into that. And avocado. Avocado is like 50 cents. I only buy one because that's all I need. And what's another one? Apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar costs like $6, $7. And it lasts you forever. And the one that I buy is the Briggs Organic Apple Cider Vinegar. And because I also use the apple cider vinegar for when like there's like flies and gnats in the house from leaving my door open. I use it to catch the gnats and the flies. So anyway, so those are the things I buy, and I only use those products once a month, and that is to condition and wash my hair. I use the apple cider vinegar by itself to strip all the dirt off my hair, and then I use all the other products, the egg, the oil, the avocado, and the aloe vera to condition my hair, rinse it off, and then bam, and then I use Jamaican gel to twist my hair, which is like $4. And that's it. And that Jamaican oil will last me for a couple of months. It'll last me longer than that because I only take my hair down to wash it once every 2 months. And that's it. And then all the other times when I'm taking a shower and stuff, I just rinse my water away. I just rinse my water off with rinse my hair off with water. I'm a little bit tipsy. I rinse my hair off with water, and then I shake, and then I go about my day. And that's it. And so, but it leads into a conversation on how Black people don't have a good relationship with their hair because they have went from one cream crack to another. And I'm going to tell you how. They went from relaxing their hair to trying to train their hair to look a particular way by using all these man-made products. And it's like, girl, you're not natural if you use 6 different products, 5 or 6 different products, or hell, even 3, or even 2 that are like man-made. Like you have to go to the HBA, the health and beauty section at your local Walmart or whatever. You have to go to that section for your hair care products. You are not natural. Let me tell you that. You are not natural. I am natural. Besides the hair color and the Jamaican oil, that's the only stuff that I buy. And I'm pretty sure I can find a replacement for the Jamaican oil to twist my hair, but I just ain't went far deep into the research like that. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Black people still don't have a good relationship with their hair because they still want their hair to look a particular way and try to proclaim it being natural. If that even makes sense. So instead of it being bone straight, they will rather have the loose, curly, big afro way. Like they rather have the Shaka Khan way. Have the Tracy Ellis Ross hair. Like they don't want the Angela Davis hair. Or the Cicely Tyson hair. Or the Whoopi Goldberg hair. Like Black women want their hair. Let me fix that. Okay. So they really want their hair to look a particular way, even though it's natural. Like they want the big, loose, curly hair instead of like a real, actual kind of hair where it's like it's dry. And it's ugly in European standards of beauty. You get what I'm saying? And so that's what I mean about, ooh, my hair smells good. Anyway, that's that coconut and the aloe vera. But anyway, so like that's what I'm talking about with their relationship with the hair. It's very weird because it's like they only want natural if it's still pretty. Like Beyonce wears about 50 bags of freaking hair. Like when you watch, like you can't tell me her hair went from, when she performed Drunk in Love, where it was a short bob look and it was wet. She like a wet poodle or something. Or, to her hair a few years later, look, down to here. And it's just really big and it's blonde. First of all, Beyonce don't even have blonde hair. So the fact that she has a blonde afro, I'm just like, that ain't even her hair. But so people want that kind of hair, the big loose curl, to where it just looked like you just woke up in the morning and just decided to go out. It's like it is still deemed pretty in European styles of beauty. Loose curly hair, because black people, straight up African hair, is not loose curly and just big and flowy. It's not like that. I ain't seen no picture like that. As a matter of fact, I Googled African hairstyles, and this is what I was looking at. This is what I was seeing. When you Google African hairstyles, and then we're going to go to the images, that's the first thing that pops up. Look, a wig and braids with porcupine ass in it. And then all these women do have beautiful braids. Don't get me wrong. But you have to keep scrolling and scrolling. And you see all of them basically damn near have the same hairstyles with weaves in their hair. And then by the time you finally get a real African hairstyle, or close to, and then you got to go even further to even actually find, bam, there it is. A true African hairstyle. That's beautiful, but don't nobody really want to wear those kind of hairstyles. And this one right here. And these right here. Black people are real selective on what kind of African hair they want or style they want to wear. They don't want to wear these. That's not what they want to wear. Or this one right there. Or hell, this one right here. I don't see black girls wearing those kinds of hairstyles. Black women kind of still, and not, of course, not all of them, just from what I see on media and what I see on Facebook, what I see on TV, black women still want the natural hair only if their hair is racially ambiguous. You get what I'm saying? To where it's loose curly, you have the light skin, like they base their hair off women who are racially ambiguous, where you kind of can tell. You can tell she has black hair because she has the fro, but because it's loose curly, maybe she's mixed with white, or maybe she's Creole, or maybe she's Latino, or whatever. So black women kind of still base their hair off it being big and loose curly instead of it, being the Angela Davis tight knit fro. Does that make any sense? What was the third conversation, child? The third conversation was, I think it was society and society's attack on our hair. And now, so let me go into a slick story time. That's what I was about to say. A slick story time. So I was working for, I'm going to tell y'all the comment because I ain't no shame in my game. And I wish I knew the damn manager's name. But for those who work with me at QT will know who I'm talking about if I describe him. He was the tall one with the short hair and it was spiky. And he was the one that gave me my interview. Anyway, I was working for QT, and I remember when I went in for my valuation, and I did good on my valuation, or I was just talking to the manager about something, and then I ended up running into the guy who did the hiring. Before all of that, I was walking past the lobby, and I saw a young black man in the lobby who had locks that was probably to here, or could have been here. I can't remember the length of his hair, but the point is he had locks. And then I remember doing my evaluation, then run into the guy who did the hiring, and I was like, "Are you going to hire him?" Because everybody was like close knit, so I was comfortable there. So I was like, "Are you going to hire him?" He was like, "Probably not, because he has dreadlocks." And mind you, the person who I was talking to was white, or is white, because I'm assuming he's still living. He is white. And so I was sitting there talking to him. Now, mind you, I had my twist. I had my twist and or braids, but my hair wasn't, that long. It was probably about that long. Probably about that long. Anyway, so I was like, "You're not going to hire him because he has dreadlocks?" And he said, "Yeah, because it's dirty, it's nasty, and all this other stuff." And I was like, "It's not dirty. Locks are not dirty. All hair can be dirty if you don't clean it properly. That's all hair. So locks in particular should not be deemed as the dirty hair." But I was sitting there talking to him. I was like, "It's not dirty." And then I remember, and I had stopped myself. I said, "You know what? I don't want to have this conversation. Let me just go back to work." And then a couple of weeks later, I had quit. I was like, "Forget it. I don't know." I was like, "Let me go find somewhere." I had found me somewhere else to go, and I was like, "I'm just going to leave, and I'm just not even going to worry about it." The fact that he had told me that, I was like, excuse me. I was just like, "Are you serious?" And then to see that schools are still the fact that schools are still trying to punish kids for wearing their natural hair. I remember when I was in school, which was maybe 15, 20 years ago, somewhere around there. I went to school with this kid. His name was Doug. And his hair was to here. He had very long hair, and he always had his cornrows, or even he had an afro. And his afro, he reminded me of a short Snoop Dogg. That's how much hair he had. And no one bothered him at all, only because all of our teachers were black. And majority of our school was black. And I'm trying to think, do I even remember the principal? No, I think the principal was white. But as far as our teachers and the students that were in the school were black. So he did not get any flack on his hair, from my knowledge, which is why I talk about sometimes, every now and then, you'll catch me talk about how black people need their own neighborhood, their own society. We need our. I don't know why I said that. We need our own society. We need our own school system. We need our own hospitals. We need all of our own. Only because black people who are for black people understand the needs and the concerns of our black people. Because when I was going to school, none of the boys and none of the girls had those issues. And if they did and didn't tell nobody, that ain't my problem. But I know when I was going to school with this one dude who had the longest hair, his hair was longer than any females, he never got any flack. He never cut his hair. And I was going to school with him from pre-K all the way up to the 5th grade. And I think I saw him in middle school. Yeah, we went to school together all the way from pre-K all the way to like the 8th grade. And he never cut his hair, never got any flack about his hair, never got suspended because of his hair, or never got suspended at all. And so that's how I see. I'm like, okay, what's going on? And it's not that the times are changing, it's just that black people are in the wrong place and in the wrong time. That's the way I see it. Because, like I said, the wrong place. With me, even though our principal was white, we had a few white teachers thrown in there somewhere or another. But for the most part, our teachers, our faculty, security guards, students were predominantly black people. And we never had this issue. And so I feel sorry for the girls that are going to school today, because apparently they're in a school where it's majority white teachers, majority white faculty, but yet the principal is black. Well, racially ambiguous. He could be, oh Lord Jesus. He could be mixed with something. He could be black and something else. But who knows? Who cares? That ain't the problem. The fact that young kids are being discriminated against just because of how they want to wear their hair is very weird to me. It's troubling. And it goes back to the relationship black people have with their hair. Because of how society is treating us, you have parents doing strange things to their children's hair, like relaxing it, putting weave in it, and all this other stuff. Even when they braid it, they put weave in it, which is something you really shouldn't be doing. Ain't no telling where that weave come from. It could have came from a dog, porcupine's ass. You don't know. Stop putting weave in your kid's hair. But the fact that there are so many black people that are being affected by the outside world is very troubling to me, and it does make me sad on the inside, because I am a true renegade. I am a true black sheep. I am a true person that goes against the grain. If you ain't know, I was there from birth. And so I have always been like, I'm going to do what I want to do, how I want to do it, where I want to do it. But everybody is not like me, and I feel sad for the people who are slain by the Spirit, and they conform to what society wants them to do. And so hopefully, prayerfully, black people will start wearing their hair natural. All types of natural hair on social media, which is why when I do my videos, because I've done videos where I didn't have my twist, or you'll see my twist all, combusted and disgusted, or you will see me wearing my fro where it ain't been combed, it don't even look right. Hopefully there is someone out there be like, oh, he has hair like I do, and if he's proud to be on camera or even go out with hair that is not good looking to European standards, then I will do the same. So hopefully people out there in the social media verse, or just people out there in the world, will wear their hair natural, to where ain't no chemicals in it, and it ain't been picked out. It looks ugly, because there's plenty of white people who go out there with their hair looking ugly, but they do it proudly. It's black people who, I know they'll go out the house in a bonnet before they go out the house with their natural hair. Now, with that, we got a problem. There is a problem. So hopefully people will go out in natural, to where their hair, it ain't well kept, because it's a part of life. It is a part of you. Sometimes when you get up, you don't want to do your hair. Go outside in the world just like that. Because when you do that, it does set a standard, a new standard. It does set a precedent. It does set the bar to be like, I don't feel like it, so I'm going to wear my hair the way it is when I woke up this morning. Because when I take this right here, The way my hair is now, this is how I woke up this morning. Well, I kind of laid on this part a little bit, so it was kind of like cocked up like this. There it is. This is how I woke up this morning with my hair like that. And so what I just did like this, but hair. It is my natural hair. It is what it is. And so when we as Black people start portraying our natural selves, people will start showing us more. Because I am getting tired of these bootleg natural people. And y'all know who I'm talking about. These bootleg natural people. These people who've been, first of all, they push products on social media that they hardly ever use. And then they also add clips. They add, because they sell natural hair now. They sell hair that's like loose curly, like it look like it could be Black people hair. They sell that now. So I'm pretty sure it's some Black people buying that hair and putting it in their hair and stuff like that. Mind you, I used to do it, but I hadn't learned. One time, because I think I wanted braids. That's what it was. That's the difference between me and some other people who wear weave. I wanted braids, but my hair wasn't long enough to do the style that I wanted, and so I did it for me and nobody else. I wasn't on social media then, and I don't even think y'all will ever see a picture of me with weave on social media because I don't even think I had posted the picture. So I was like, this is just for me because I wanted this particular hairstyle, and then like after a week or two, I took it down and I was like, all right, I'm going back to my natural hair. So you would never see me with weave in or going out with, with fake natural hair. So I wish Black people, we as a community have to have a better relationship with our hair, because if we don't have a better relationship with our hair, meaning just go out any kind of way. Don't nobody care. And if they do, who cares? Be you. Be yourself. You got to free yourself. You got to see yourself. I'm going to have to do that song. I love that song by Shaka Khan. But anyway, we have to start showing people what our natural hair looks like. Like my oldest sister, which is I'm so happy for her. And my younger sister. I think it's because my mama's lazy and don't want to relax her hair. But anyway, my two sisters who I have in my life, they wear their hair naturally no matter what. No gel, no nothing. And I'm just like, kudos to y'all. It wasn't until after I started growing my hair. No, I take that back. I take that back. It's my oldest sister. I don't know when she went natural. But it was after my younger sister and myself was growing our hair and was going natural. But that's neither here nor there. That really ain't important to the story. But I'm pretty sure this video has been longer than what it's supposed to. So I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. Black people, have a better relationship with your hair. Whatever you wake up that morning, that is your hair. Who is this? That is your hair. Be proud of that. Be proud of that mini fro. Be proud of, those kinks in your hair. Be proud of them. White people, just stop pissing Black people off. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye!